Hi, my name is Ahaoma Chidozie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For a long period of time now, I've not been able to post anything, and that's because I've been kind of a bit busy among other things. Now, I want to thank you for coming back to watch my video. Today, I want to talk about the reasons why youth corps members become broke even before the end of their service. Understand? You know, a lot of youth corps members, you see that when they're about to round off with their service, they become broke and they begin to look for assistance. They begin to seek assistance here and there. You understand? So why is it like this? The first reason is because of the lack of financial plan. They didn't have any financial plan. In fact, they didn't plan ahead before starting their service. Understand? Yeah, truly the money that the youth corps members are paid, the money that they are paid is kind of small. Understand? It's not even up to we all know what Nigeria, we all know what the Nigeria currency is telling. Understand? So, but they do not plan for their money even before it enters. Of this idea that before a particular amount of money gets to you, money that you're certain about, just like the alawi, it's better you plan for it. You plan for it ahead, else you end up lavishing the whole money and you'll be like, wow, the money is not up to anything. Some persons will tell you that even before the money comes in, I've spent the money and all of that. You get, there is this trend I saw on the internet where they said I think, well, how did that guy put it? Well, saying that when you're serving, it is either you save your money and later treat ulcer, or you eat well or something like that. I can actually relate, but that should not stop us from having financial plan. You understand? So at the end of the month, you can decide to save as low as even is 8,000 naira. You get 8,000 naira or 10,000 naira. You have 12 months. So imagine situation that you are able to save 10,000 naira monthly. That means at the end of your service you'll be having 120,000 naira. At least, I'm not trying to say that's your service. At the end, the money you use it to build one kind of mansion and everything, but at least you know you have certain amount of money in your account that you can use to feed yourself or do one or two things while you look for other jobs. You get? So a lot of you corps members don't even have if you tell them show me your financial plan, they're not going to show you anything. They will ask you on top of how much is that, please let me enjoy myself, let me just feed myself and all of that. You get? I'm not trying to say that we can't actually save. Well, I'm not trying to say that you can't actually say, or you shouldn't enjoy yourself, but it's quite necessary that you have that financial plan so that you don't become stranded. To me, speaking to myself, one of the things I hate being broke. You get? Even though if someone is going to assist me, let it be that I have certain amount for myself before I come to before I approach you. You get? So the idea of not planning financially is something that a lot of youth corps members will need to. If I started my service, I already had in mind how much I'll be saving every month. I already planned for one or two things. I already planned for it that, okay, this is what I'll be doing every month. This is what I'll be spending every month and all of that. And the beauty of it is just that up to now, I'm even yet to even touch the money. The money enters, but I don't use the money for anything. It's just there. I get my money through other means. Understand? I'm going to talk about that too. You get? So you shouldn't be asking, hey, no. When I came to Akure, the truth is that I didn't have this particular thing I had in mind to do to get to Akure, but as time goes on, I started planning, okay, how will I be able to solve a particular problem that will give me certain amount of money, and so I don't touch the allowing money just in case. What do? I started racking my brain. But that would be for um, another point. Okay, yeah. So the second point is that um, when they are serving, there are no jobs. You understand? No extra stuff for them to do. You understand? Depends on the kind of depend on the kind of location where you are posted to serve. You get, you know, I'll say I am lucky to be in a place where I can still do one or two things. Like after my PPA, for example, when I'm done with my PPA, I will go out to teach and understand. And I also do my photography. Yeah, I do my photography too. So I get one or two amounts. When I do some of all those things, I do my photography. I teach. You get, so these are other means through in which I get some money. So, but some persons don't have any other thing to do. So these are the reasons why I always encourage, before you go for your service, you are able to get something to do for you, to learn. You're able to learn a particular skill. I remember the first time I came. That is, I think when I came here, I was racking my brain on what to do. Prayed, try to do, what will I do, this kind of thing. Because the area which is not that it is that developed to understand, but it's still something that with God something is possible to get. It's not that developed here in Accra, the area in which I am. So what did I do? I went online, I started doing some research and all of that, and I don't know what made me okay. I went to GG, then had to open an account there where I posted now that I'm into photography, graphic design, voiceover, and some other things. You get, so someone called me and asked, "Are you in Akure?" I said, "Yes, I'm in Akure. Is there anything you want me to do, sir?" I was like, "I need you to teach me this and that." I was like, "Okay." They had to come down that same day. They came down that same day to where he came down to Shagari village, to where I stayed, and I was like, we had to conclude everything. The following day he came with his money and paid his out. So all these things are means through which I used in getting my own extra money. But I actually, it was just before you start your service, if you can learn one or two things, you're going to cash out. You understand? One of these two things that can help you. The tutorial where I teach, times I'm giving 1,000 naira for teaching. Could be 1 hour or 40 minutes or 500 naira. You understand? So all these things I would use them. You understand? When you're trying to put this and that together, and you are able to couple my photography, you're able to save something for yourself. Use money for that period of time that you are in. And that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why I have not been able to touch my stuff. You get? That's one of the reasons I have not been able to touch my stuff. That is it. So, okay, I forgot to say this to my PPA to pay me some amount of money. So, yeah, they pay me some amount of money, 15,000. So, they pay me too. So, all these things fit together. And the funny aspect among all these things is, even in that 15K that they pay me, I take certain amount of money. There is percentage I take, and I save. You get? I save. Now, I want to say something. Some persons will be like, "And it's because you don't have any some things to spend on and all of that." Yeah, that's what some person may say. I can tell you that ever since I came to Accra, I've spent a lot of money. Yeah, family will call and I have to send some amount of money back home I spent. So I don't want this feeling of it's because you don't have anybody that you're spending on. Mm. That is just it. That is just it. It's just you deciding within yourself that despite all, this is the amount of money that you want to save at the end of every month. You get? This is the amount of money that you want to save at the end of every month. And how do you save that? This is what I always suggest. The way the money comes in. If you have a special account where you can save, except you have something you want to invest in. But if you have a special account where you can save that money, as soon as money comes in, take that amount of money that you want to save. If it's 8,000 or 10,000, just take it there, transfer it into that account, and you can always start from this. Now plan. Okay, these are the things I need. Focus on the needs. These are the things I need. You know that a lot of things that take money from us. You know, food, number one, transportation. Most especially if your PPA is not paying you anything, and your PPA is kind of far away from where you stay together, because it becomes a challenge. You get so. But have this amount. This is the amount of money that I'm going to spend. 23,000 naira. Okay, this is what I have for food. This is what I'm going to just keep for transportation for some time. You understand? Probably you must send money to your family. This amount of money. I think I told one of my colleagues that one of my friends here that this is how we can actually break this, and she is actually doing it. I thank God she is happy that she is doing such. So it is necessary that you plan. Have that financial plan. I'm still returning to point number one. Number three is a lifestyle. In the life of a lot of youth corps members, you find their money there. What do I explain? What am I trying to say rather? There are a lot of youth corps members who they spend like as if their father is Dangote. On top of how much? 3,000 to it's not even up to $80. I'm not talking 100, it's not up to $80. So that's what you're trying to spend and all of that. So that kind of money should be spent on needs. That's one thing I believe in. That kind of money should be spent on needs. So some persons you find it in their lifestyle the way they allowing you enter. Somebody will tell you, please, I want to go take maybe 2 or 3 bottles. See, I'm not trying to tell you that you shouldn't take care of yourself or enjoy yourself in that period of time, but this is my point here. You must have saved something. I think that thing is written in Proverbs. I remember the chapter in particular. You don't spend everything that you earn. You don't spend everything that you earn. Have certain amount of money that you are willing to save, just in case of any eventuality. You understand? Just in case of any eventualities, or you just have certain amount of money. So after you've bought food items, I don't go out to someone to buy food. I cook my food here. After you've bought food items, then you can ask yourself, what do I need? Then what do you need? Data. Yeah, you need to buy data. You need to buy food items. You need to buy bathing soaps and all of that. Women, you need to buy female stuff and all of that. If you have beef, beef got you. Actually, that's one of the advantage. Understand what I mean? Bad beef. Understand what I mean? So that's something that my money I save it for myself. I use it for something else. I wrap my brain on what to invest in. So that I can make some other money. You get so. I know you have to spend money on all these things, but if you plan properly, even though it's like 2,000 or 3,000 naira that you spend on yourself, 2,000 or 3,000 you spend on yourself at the end of the month, it's still fair. Rather than saying there are a lot of my colleagues who every Sunday they must chop like catfish. They must go to in Accra, we call it Captain Cook. We must. Please don't miss my point. I'm not trying to say do not enjoy yourself, do not take care of yourself, don't give yourself also. But the point here is have certain amount of money you save. Have certain amount of money you save at the end of the month. If you know you don't have this discipline to save this amount of money You have someone you can give the money to. Okay, hold this amount of money. Let it just be with you. When I need it, I will come back. Someone you can trust. You get do that, but don't spend everything. This is why I always ask. Imagine a situation whereby you are imagine a situation whereby then they used to pay in 19,800 something like that. Imagine if you are giving 19,800 every month the way they used to. Imagine they never increase it to 33k. What will you do? That thing that you would do, how are you going to manage? Apply it here too. There are some persons who, I saw a video of a lady who saved around 90,000 plus, although she had some one or two things that she was doing, but she was able to save. So what would you do with 90,800? Apply the same thing here. Just say the extra 10,000 or how much as bonus. So that should be what's left aside. That's it. Another reason why youth corp members are actually they become broke at the end of the youth service because the cost of living. Is high in some places. Rent, transportation, food. You understand? It's kind of very high. It's kind of very high. For someone who is earning 33,000, to me 33,000 is not it's not a huge amount of money. It's small. You understand what I mean? So that also affects, make a lot of youth corp members become broke even before the end of their youth service. So the point here is this: do your best possible to plan ahead. How will you do this? If you stay in Abuja, what do you want to do? If you stay in Lagos, what will you do so you can have extra cash? I have friends over here who despite the fact that they are youth corp members like me, they also solve one or two problems. Yeah, they also solve one or two problems. They do their own jobs and they make some money, and the allowance that they receive, they take half of it to do what? They take half of it to save. You get that? So try to save. If there is 10,000 at the end of that period of time, it's 120,000.